Am I really shiny?
you look you look great.
Okay,
Anyways,
good.
anyways, welcome to Behind Them Six. This is your boy Ham Solo. Today I have Miss Cat 007. Whoa, watch out, she
Hi.
might shoot you. How you guys doing today? How you doing? Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, actually, fantastic. So, what I wanted to do is what I usually do in all my other episodes, if you've been keeping up, is I'm gonna ask questions to Kat, just kind of figure out a little bit who she is, you know, just so you guys can kind of figure out who you're following, if you are following her, or maybe you might want to check out her stream. She is a pretty awesome streamer. But let me ask you right now, what gaming and social media platforms are you on so people can contact or check you out?
So I am on Twitch as Miss Cat 007, and I also have a Twitter and an Instagram, and that is Miss underscore cat underscore 007, just to be different, throw those underscores in. But yeah, usually on Instagram, I'm always on there. So slide in
Okay,
the
so big
DMs.
on big on Instagram, and you said which consoles now?
So I play mainly on PC, but I also have a Switch that I play things on.
Okay, very cool, very cool. What are you playing right now then?
So I'm actually a Fortnite player.
Ooh.
So I play a lot of Fortnite. I have a little crew that I play with, so we've been playing a lot of Phasmo as well lately, and that's sort of what I've been streaming. And yeah, we kind of take it a bit extreme with those games as well, asking lots of dumb questions.
That sounds like a pretty good time.
Yeah. We've developed this standard question. So every ghost we ask if it has an OnlyFans account, because that seems to be the trending thing right now.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I've seen
They
that.
usually get very angry.
Like, so how long have you been doing that though?
So on and off for probably a year. I start and then I stop, and then life gets in the way, and then I start up again. So I've only just started again with the streaming, but I'm going to stick with it this time. So I'm motivated to actually grow and get my name out there.
Cat's buckling down.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. So let's get on to the next question, which is, why is gaming so important to you?
It's relaxing. Like, it's just a good way to unwind. So I have a pretty professional job. So I like to literally just jump in a game and just do dumb shit and not, can I swear?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so just jump into games and do dumb shit and not really have to worry about anything that you're doing in there.
Yeah, and absolutely. Yeah. And anybody else watching this, I want you to be your original self. If you need to swear to say something, that's fine. I swear sometimes. If you've seen my previous episodes, sometimes I just come out saying like "what the fuck" or something like that.
If you do jump in my stream, be prepared.
Yeah.
Aussies swear a lot, so.
Yeah. And by the way, we are in totally different time zones. I'm in Central time in Missouri, and you're all the way where?
In Australia. So I'm down in Southeast Australia, down in Melbourne.
Wow, such a different time. 16 hours ahead. It's still mind-boggling to me. You're in a whole different day than I am currently.
Yep, I can tell you the future's gonna be good.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So what would be maybe your most memorable time while in gaming?
So this one I was stuck on. I'm gonna say finishing my first game, like clocking one, because I very, very rarely do that. So I start a game, I play it, I lose interest, and then I just go on to something else. But the very first game I finished was Spec Ops: The Line, and it was such a good game to finish as well. So that's my most memorable moment, because it was such a mindfuck of a game too.
What pulled
with
you
the
in about
choices? Just the fact that you could make choices, and it would like the moral dilemma choices. I think, I don't know if many people have played it and if I'm ruining it, but like when you've got the choice of like trying to do peaceful shit and then killing a whole bunch of people, and you try and go the peaceful route, and then you have to kill them anyway. So it's a bit of a mindfuck, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I get that. It's very much like that in Biomutant as well, if you've ever played that game.
I've heard of it.
Oh my goodness, you make some pretty rough like I decided to go complete evil in that game, and I made some rough choices.
I
to say the
like
least.
games where you have a choice as well, and it like alters the outcome. It's
Yeah.
good.
It was actually a sad story, and I think most of it was because of the choices I was picking.
Oh.
But anyways, carrying on. So there's this little fun game that I like to play. I play it with every episode. I'm sure you've seen it on a previous episode since you checked it out. I like to ask people without overthinking, name a game once I tell you the console. Does that make sense?
It does.
I swear I reword it differently.
And I've seen
time.
the consoles that you've been mentioning, and I'm like, yep.
All right,
Didn't
so
play any of those.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the last, or maybe the person before. I'm gonna ask you, what was your first console? So I don't.
My first console.
That.
First console was a PS1.
Okay.
But then I stopped playing games. So then my first console that I bought by myself wasn't until like the PS3 and the Xbox.
Okay, so this is gonna be interesting.
Yep.
This is gonna be very interesting. So let's get started. PlayStation 2.
Master Group. Is that
okay?
Was that on there?
I'm pretty sure it is. There's a lot of dance.
Oh,
it's a dance game, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's on there. It's either on that or PlayStation 1. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I actually want to say it's PlayStation 1.
Hey, it's
so PlayStation 2,
right?
I'm going to say Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Is that on there?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes,
Sure.
because that was on 64 as well, so that was on the PS2. Correct.
Yes.
Got him. All right. I had to reach in my bag a little bit to figure that out. All right, original Nintendo.
I didn't have one, so I'm gonna guess Donkey Kong.
Well, I think they had the old one where you like climb the ladders and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we'll count that one. Because I think that was called something else. Yeah. But maybe it was. I don't know. I'm all.
I'm
over the place.
I'm gonna blurt out like just random titles that I know the names of.
Well, this is fun then. All right, so Nintendo 64.
Yoshi's Island.
Ooh, okay, that's legit. That's legit. Xbox.
Playboy Mansion.
Is that a game?
That's a game. Yep.
No way, you're teaching me something.
For real.
Holy crap, that's
I have it.
Xbox?
That's the only reason I know it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Playboy the Mansion or something.
See,
Such a crappy game.
See, she is teaching me things right now. Like I don't know every single thing. Especially didn't know that there is a Playboy Mansion game on the original Xbox.
Terrible. The pixels are terrible.
I could only
take pictures
imagine.
of centerfolds and they're so pixelated.
Have you ever heard of the game Leisure Suit Larry?
Yes, I used to play that when I was little on PC.
Yeah, I mean, is
Probably
it worse
super
or better than that?
inappropriate. It's not as sleazy as Leisure
Fair.
Suit Larry.
Dude, Leisure Suit Larry is sleazy.
Super. I used to play that when I was 10 or something. My uncle had it on his computer, and we'd go there, my sister and I, and we would play it non-stop. And then my dad would come in and be like, "What are you playing? Why are you playing this?"
Yeah, not something that you want your parents seeing you play.
Yeah, definitely not.
Pretty embarrassing. All right, so next one's gonna be Sega.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I know you were just reaching. But yeah, you got
it. Another 10 points.
All right, let's move on to another set of questions. That was hilarious. All right, so what's a gaming genre that you just flat out will not play at all?
MMOs.
Massive multiplayers?
100%, like strategy games and like Final Fantasy. I hate that franchise.
You know, I mean, that's a hot take, but I agree with you. I'm not a Final Fantasy fan.
I had one of the games, and I started playing it, and I'm like, this is the most boring thing that I've ever played. I played 5 minutes, and I gave it to someone else.
Was it the
12 or something, 11, maybe 10.
Was it the
Maybe even
turn-based one where you take a turn and then they take a turn and
yes,
then oh
that
my
one.
goodness, I can't play those
Yeah.
kind of games. They put me to
That's
sleep.
terrible. And any space game as well.
All right, so we know that MMOs are not your thing.
No.
Is there is there anything else?
Like just overhyped franchises like Call of Duty.
Fair.
Yeah, super overhyped. So I'm like, I will never play that game because everyone's just like, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. Oh, you're a gamer. Do you play Call of Duty? I'm like, no, like I don't, and I won't ever.
Fair enough.
Yep.
I mean, it is kind of a printing press kind of game where it's just kind of the same thing every single time. So it's hard. But
there's
for
other
me
games like that I enjoy. So
well, like true. I mean, that's true, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of people are asking for more, and they just kind of end up there. It reminds me of a sports kind of game. Nowadays.
Oh yeah, and sports game, I don't play those either.
Yeah, very very similar year in year out. So
yeah.
But so what genre do you like then?
So I like first-person shooters, but mainly story-based games. So like Far Cry's, Assassin's Creed, if I ever actually got around to playing one or completing one, maybe even.
Those games
like
are
just
long.
things with stories where you you immerse yourself into the character and you're like playing that journey and you create that emotional attachment, and then it ends and then you're like, oh god, what am I going to do now?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I just got done with Far Cry. The last one that just came out, Far Cry 6.
So you did
have you played it?
On that.
Yeah.
I haven't finished it though. I got to like 86% or something, and then something came up and I stopped. But I liked it.
It's so much fun though, and
yeah.
like the actions, and it's just like crazy the way like you'll like pop your finger back into place.
Yeah, smoke a cigar to heal yourself.
Yeah, and just burning yourself and whatnot, and stabbing yourself in the leg, and like freaking out and just stabbing people in the throat.
It's such a good game. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I know that it copped heat because people were like, oh, it's the same as all the other Far Cries. It's like, but it's not really.
Yeah.
It's, it's in like a jungly area.
Very true. I mean,
killer music.
It's the same concept, and I feel like people are just like, I just feel like people are just hungry for a new, completely different type of game that they never heard of. That's box office. I mean, like a Far Cry game is going to be a Far Cry game. A Halo game is going to be a Halo game. A Call of Duty game is going to be a Call of Duty game. You either like it or you don't, and that's kind of the end of the story. You can have your gripes, but that doesn't mean that they should just change everything.
Exactly, and that doesn't mean that there's not people that are not going to enjoy it.
Absolutely. For sure.
Yeah.
So with that last statement being said, what are your best 3 games of the year? And
I don't have 3 games because one of mine didn't get released this year. So
so that's made you sad.
It did make me sad, but it makes me answer the next question. So the first one would be Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
So I loved that game. I didn't have any bugs, which is probably why I loved it so much. Like
you were obviously playing it on PC then.
PC, yep.
Yeah, not the Switch, obviously.
Yeah, and I actually did like the story as well. Like the graphics in it were nice. Like the cityscapes were nice. It was just a beautiful game, and the choices that you could make. Yeah.
I have it on my Series X, and I don't really have very many issues with it.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a next gen patch that's supposed to come on, but I'm not expecting anything over the top with it. I mean, it's not like it's gonna run better than the PC or anything like that. So I'm waiting for that to finish the game, but at the same time, I'm not really sure what I'm waiting for, because I'm not sure if they can make it look that much better.
There's so many different endings. Like you could literally just finish one ending and then just replay it and do a different ending. So
yeah, my buddy Matt likes games. That's like his favorite game right now.
Yeah.
The person I did my first video on.
It's such a good game. And then my second game is obviously Far Cry 6.
And then no third game.
No third game. It's not out yet.
Okay. So then of those 2 games, Far Cry and Cyberpunk, then which one would you like to pick?
The game of the year, Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk?
Hands down. Yeah.
Oh wow, you said hands down.
Hands down, that was the best game for me that came out this year.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I bought other games, but I haven't played them because I just haven't like felt the need to play them. But Cyberpunk, definitely.
What drew you to it? To be honest.
So it's CD Projekt Red, which I've liked the Witcher series as well, and they're just I think they do an incredible job with like their games and like how they make their games look as well. Like all their games are just incredibly beautiful. They're like thought out, like the decisions that you make in it, I like them.
So maybe that might answer my next question, which is what's your favorite studio? Is it CD Projekt Red? Since it's
yep.
I mean, because you are loving it right now.
It is.
I just seen you when you said The Witcher, your eyes kind of lit up a little bit. So I was just wondering,
is that like your game? The Witcher. It is, yeah.
Okay. How much time do you have in that? Do you play that on the Switch or
much.
PC?
I play it on PC, but I have it on all of my consoles.
Okay.
So I have it on PlayStation, I have it on Xbox, I have it on PC. But I've had a lot of problems with it as well, like not loading properly, dying halfway through, having to reinstall it, then my computer died that I was playing it on, and I've had dramas with it. So I haven't 100% finished it, but I've played it and it's good.
Yeah, I was playing it. Game. I bought it on my Switch and I got really disappointed because at that same time it dropped.
Screen.
Yeah, and when you plug it into the TV, like at that same time, The Witcher was on Game Pass, and I was just like, because I have Game Pass, so I was just like, man, this would look so much better on my Xbox than it would on my Switch right now. So that was a little damning, but it is what it is, and I own the game, and it's pretty cool, but I haven't got very far in it just for that fact that I just don't want to play it on this tiny little screen. I want a big screen to play it.
I have this thing where I play it, and then I stop playing it, and then when I go back to playing it again, I have to start from the beginning. So I probably have started that game like 5-6 times.
So are you doing that
to the end?
Are you doing that just because you want to see him in the bath over and over and over?
Look, it's a hot little character, but no. It's because it is such a long game. So I have a friend who's completed it all the way through. My dad has finished playing it, and they've said that they've racked up like 120 hours plus on that game. So I feel like it's a game you need to start to finish in the one go and not start it, drop it, start it up again 3 days later to really get the story, and immerse yourself.
Yeah, you're trying to immerse yourself into the whole story.
Next time I have a week off work, that's what I'll be playing.
Getting completely immersed.
That's it.
Gotcha. All right, so next question. If you were to revive 2 games of any time period, any time period? Any time period. I'm going to switch it up for this one.
Ooh. I wasn't prepared for that. I looked at my PlayStation 3 games and I'm like, oh, this one and this one. Guitar Hero, probably.
Oh, okay.
A new version of Guitar Hero, because those games were rocking. Like, they were so good.
They were so hot when they first came out. It was nuts. Actually, for a while, because they came out with a number 2, and I'm not sure if there's a number 3 or
World Tour. Like, there is a lot of them. And I don't know, like, I'm going to be nostalgic here and go for something like, and this is going to show my age, but when I was younger, I used to play games like Secret Agent Sam and like just 2D side scrollers, really corny, crappy little games, but something like that would be cool to have that again.
Now, would you like it to stay as a side scroller, or would you want it to turn 3D?
I would want it to be a side scroller.
Okay.
Just better graphics, because you started those games in DOS, so they would be terrible now.
Now I gotta ask then, would you like it more on the PC or the Switch?
PC. Ooh. Boring.
Yeah, since those are the 2 things that you play, if you could only pick one, which one?
I could pick one.
Yeah.
PC.
Yeah, you're like, Steam.
Do it. Get it done. My email, CD Projekt Red. Can you do this for me?
So, now this is a little bit of a different type of question. What about gaming kind of frustrates you, if anything at all?
Not so much. I'm going to steal Little Satan's answer here, and I'm going to say microtransactions in games. Like, they're pretty frustrating. I was going to start with a whole gaming community, but that's a whole nother bag of worms that we don't really want to open. But I'm going to say microtransactions. I feel like if they didn't exist, and I was watching his thing and he was saying that it would be nice if you can unlock skins just by achievements in games rather than spending money. Fortnite, perfect example. I am a sucker for skins. So there are weeks when I will be spending like 100 real normal Australian dollars just to buy 6 skins because I really like them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's bad.
So you care about that game, that's for sure. If you're doing that,
I like the skins.
They must be pretty good. And the game, you know, it ain't going nowhere.
I'm pretty rubbish, so I get carried a lot. Whenever I play with the guys that I play with, the main aim is to make sure I stay alive.
They kind of put you in like a Zelda situation, huh?
Yeah, just all around me, protect me.
That has to add like an extra game on top of the game, because they're just
exactly.
like, you're just like, watch out, they're coming to my right.
Yeah, and then I run off and do my own little thing, get attacked, and then they're like, where are you? And I'm like, oh, I died. Didn't do your job right, guys.
You're supposed to keep up with me and protect
exactly.
me. Jeez Louise, you're not asking too much at all.
Not at all.
Well, I'm happy that you enjoy that. But let me ask you, what do you enjoy maybe outside of gaming?
Outside of gaming? So I like to read. I also have 2 dogs that I like to spend a lot of time with. And Netflix. I like Netflix. Yeah, binge watching series. Yeah.
What series are you on right now?
I don't have anyone to chill with.
Well, you're just chilling. I mean, you ain't got to chill with anybody. Netflix. Hey, I Netflix and chill it all the time. And half the time, it's all by myself. Actually, it's more like Hulu and chill. And I'm just,
we don't have Hulu here. I got HBO Max for a little while, but then I had to get a VPN, and then it cost so much. And by the time that it got like converted into Australian dollars, it was like $50 a month subscription. I'm like, that's too much.
Oh
yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, with like the VPN and then the HBO, and then it was like, it was a bit of a pain to try and get it here.
My goodness,
and, you know,
I had no idea you guys didn't have that. Do you guys have like any other like different services?
We have Stan, which is an Australian one. Stan, and we have Binge, which
I've heard of Binge.
Binge, yeah.
But I've never heard of Stan.
Is that even still around? No, I don't even know.
Must not be that great, because
no, it has to be. I'm pretty sure it is. I watched a series called Claws on it with, is it Niecy Nice? Is that her name? This dodgy nail salon Dixie Mafia. It's really bad. So cringe, but you have to watch it.
So cringe that you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of cringy shows wish more people would say that.
Sure.
All right,
back to your question. I'm watching Vikings at the moment.
Okay.
I'm a bit behind. I haven't watched it, so.
I've never seen that show. What's that about? Vikings?
It's about Vikings. Yeah. It's about the saga of Ragnar Lothbrok and his sons. It's like Norse mythology, sort of.
I'm gonna nod my head like I know what you're talking about. Yeah, heard of that. Totally, dude. In there.
Yep.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Look, if we had hours, I would tell you all about it as well, but
yeah, I don't know.
It's very off topic.
Norse mythology is a lot of my friends' things, but not so much my things. And it's really I like the look of it, and I like I think I have more of an issue of it in gaming.
Yes.
Yeah, like I don't know. Some of it just I feel like it's overplayed too much.
So you don't like Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
No, I couldn't do it.
We can't be friends.
I'm sorry.
I'm about to get it and buy it, actually.
You're gonna be like, don't post this.
Get it and buy it. Buy it and play it. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've played a few of the Assassin's Creeds, and it's not even just the Norse mythology in that game. It's more or less like, this feels like another Assassin's Creed. Like
I've heard
there's a
that.
mixture of that with the me not being big in the Norse mythology, and I was just like, I'm gonna spend $70 anyways. Let's go ahead and give it a shot, and not a good call.
I've got most of the Assassin's Creed games, but I've never played one.
Wow, you're just collecting.
Yeah. I'm collecting 100%. Collector of all the games, player of none. Player of few.
Well, at least you got a backup, so you could always keep
it.
your company busy. Like, hey,
it's hard when I'm bored. I look at my Steam library and I'm like, which one do I want to play? And then it's on to the next, like Ubisoft, and then we go into like Battle.net, and then I just go back to Fortnite.
And then you go to the free game, the one that you didn't, or I mean, the one that you spent money on, but nobody told you to.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. All right, so what is something fun that nobody really knows about you?
This one I was struggling with as well, but I came up with the perfect thing.
Okay.
I actually consider myself a little bit of a writer. So I used to run my own website where I would post all the short stories that I've written. I've since taken it down, but yeah. So that's something that not many people know.
Why'd you taking it down?
Just wasn't really maintaining it that much. And I lost my inspiration to write stories. So the genre was erotica.
Okay.
So you kind of run out of things to write about, because I didn't want to just be like the generic 50 Shades of Grey, Vampire Diary, Breaking Dawn, whatever.
No. I get what you're saying though. You're like you didn't want to just write crap. You wanted
exactly
something that's like almost pouring out of you instead of forcing it. So I get that. I totally get that. That's awesome.
But yeah, so I took it down, and people were creepy on there too. Like some of the comments, it's like, no.
You know, it takes all of a half a second to find somebody creepy.
Exactly.
It makes it harder to do my job because I'm trying to talk to new people and whatnot, and I'm just like, hey, like, let's chat, let's let's talk about gaming, and they're like, you don't want to talk about gaming. Freaking creep.
Well, just for the record, you didn't come across as creepy at all when you messaged me. So.
All right, good. I'm happy about that. That gives me some confidence to keep plugging away.
This is non-cringe conversation compared to some of the cringe conversations that I've had on social media.
Really?
Yes.
I can only imagine, and I'm definitely not even going to bother to ask because it's
Girl
never
in
good.
Gaming, it's pretty standard, which is a bit sad, but
yeah. I mean, it's really easy to hide. It's so easy to hide that people are willing to say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty terrible. But hopefully this one doesn't slip you up, but maybe will.
Maybe.
Describe gaming in 3 words.
Oh, that's so easy. Escape from reality.
That is nice. Nice, original, super simple. Like,
I'm surprised no one has said it
said
before.
Yeah, that's exactly what
I've watched them, and like as soon as you've asked them that question, I'm like, yeah, escape from reality. Why are you not saying that? That's literally what you're saying in a roundabout way with like the 3 words that you've said.
Yeah, there's been a few people that said like some pretty funny things, and there's 1 or 2 that like really reached out there and said something I would have never even thought of myself.
I was talking to a friend about it, and I sort of mentioned to him I was doing this, and he's like, play more games. That's your 3 words.
Oh man, that's fantastic. That is a really good one.
Right?
Play more games. All right.
I thought it was good too.
yeah. I mean, I love that answer, and I hope somebody uses that in the future. But
well, they can't now.
I know. I mean,
it's not original anymore.
Yeah, if they told me that they've seen this episode and they use that, I'm gonna be like, come on.
I have to ask me for permission. Tell them, they're like, if you've seen the episode and you want to use it, contact Kat. She'll contact her friend, and then we'll see if we can get you permission to use it.
All right, so one more time, I want you to tell everybody where they can find you.
Okay, so I am on Twitter and Instagram, mainly on Instagram at miss_cat_007. And I am on Twitch, just misscat007. And I try and stream once a week, but I'm super irregular with it. So Instagram is the best bet.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank you for coming by. And just so you guys are kind of understanding what's kind of going on, I'm trying to make these episodes a lot shorter. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I can understand, everybody has a life, and to be around for like a 2-hour episode can be kind of rough, tough, and I don't want that to be it. So stick around, come check us out on some more episodes, and we'll have some more awesome people like we got Kat right here today. But definitely like and subscribe if you guys want more content. This is your boy Ham Solo with Behind Them Sticks. You guys have a nice day.